I'm very excited by this idea because as I was sharing this idea with my colleagues around the world, they got excited too, and they said, look, if this works, it's a model not just for other Indian states, it's a model for the world, right? So I think it's excellent, and let's talk about what could go wrong. So what I wanted to share was, I'll be a bit provocative. The word entrepreneurship can lead people to think about risk-taking, can conjure up images of Silicon Valley. But really what I think we are talking about here is how do we create enabled financial independence, enabled entrepreneurship. And I think it's extremely important. I'll give you an example. So I was born and brought up in India, then I moved to Singapore, and then I live in Sydney right now. And if I look at the way in which the Singaporean government has approached innovation versus the way in which the Sydney government, Australian government's approached innovation, the Australian government said, we have $1 billion, does anybody have a good idea? What the Singaporean government said was, we have these 5 problems. I have $1 billion to spend on them. Does anybody have solutions for these problems? See, now this is a very important distinction. It is how do we build a system from demand side rather than supply side. Yes, we all want to train the people, we want to lower the barriers for setting up a company. All of that is absolutely right. But the last thing you want to do is create overcapacity at that scale. The last thing you want to do is have people build stuff where they can't find customers. So I would almost say that the opportunity for Andhra Pradesh is to say, which opportunity sets do we want to create value systems around, and how are we going to enable those value systems in the form of shared manufacturing facilities, distribution platforms, anchor clients, pre-approved credit lines for this type of business. I'll just end with one other example. So everybody knows Grameen and how successful it's been. Most people don't know it's not been successful in every market. And if I look at Grameen in most developed markets, Grameen Bank was launched in Australia. It had to wind down. It did not succeed. Why? Because in developed markets, people know I need to get a goat, I need to get a cow, and then once I get a goat or cow, I join a cooperative and I know how the... So their business model is clear to them. In Australia, they were giving funding without a clear business model. People didn't know what to do with it. So again, if you start demand back, and you start saying these are the opportunities that we want to own, and create the systems that people can then step into, I think that's a far more powerful way to what we're calling one family, one entrepreneur, what I'm reading as one family, every family financial independence. And I think it's a really powerful idea and one which can be a role model for the world.
Mr. Naidu, how will you implement all of these ideas, assuming you accept all of them?
First of all, I'm requesting all of them be partners with us. That is first step. So that continuous dialogue, their strengths, their organization skills, everything we can imbibe here. As a matter of fact, as you rightly mentioned, different views you expressed. Long back around 1995, when I started IT, our madam is aware, Infosys, all these things. Nilkani has given a big gift for India, that is Aadhaar, UAID. That is the biggest contribution from him. That is a game changer even today. At the time I promoted IT, there is no clue. All over the world I went. Finally, I brought IT companies. I started engineering colleges. Then I promoted step-by-step ecosystem. Ultimately, they migrated from Andhra Pradesh to different countries. Now, 195 countries, every country there are Telugu community. How many years? Only 25 years. What is the per capita income? Highest per capita income in any country. America, if you go, highest per capita income, only these people. even Ireland, even Netherlands, even Germany, Japan, everywhere they have spreaded now. At that time, I used to do one more experiment. I used to take entrepreneurs and prospective entrepreneurs, not with my cost. I used to take everybody along with me, one get together, local entrepreneurs of the place, my entrepreneurs. Then I used to give my presentation, this is my vision, all these things. Then I used to network our entrepreneurs with other entrepreneurs. That is where inspiration. Over a period of time, all entrepreneurs of Andhra Pradesh has become very strong entrepreneurs. Talking each other, sometimes technology or otherwise knowing each other, collaborating, so many things happen. That is where second generation entrepreneurs are very strong from Andhra Pradesh, Telugu states, not other states. As he rightly mentioned, Sinha, somebody has to take lead. Then only it will be tested, you are successful or failure. You are not taking any risk. How can you be successful? Now that is where India is moving very fast now. I wanted to go for inclusive society. Growth story should be inclusive. Financial independence you call, or otherwise one family, one entrepreneur. Just now I asked our IBM and everybody to train AI. They are having a plan of 5 million. I am asking them to train 1 million plus in Andhra Pradesh. Mega scale. Here I request you one thing, all of you. Industry, service, agriculture, everything is going on. But value addition is missing. Product perfection is missing. How to bring all these activities in structured way, organized way, that is MSME, one family, one entrepreneur.
No, in fact, sir, that sort of moves right into my next question. Value addition is missing. How do we define value addition? In fact, Sonia, that was my next